What do you guys think it takes to become successful in anything? What amount of time? What amount of effort? What amount of training? I always wanted to get rich quick. I always wanted to have success fast. And the more that I tried to go after that, the more that it was like a cat that I was chasing. The more that I would go towards it, the more that it would run away. And what I realized is that I was way too impatient. I was so impatient that I expected success immediately. And success is a journey, and it takes a long time to get there for a lot of people. You see a lot of these videos online. A lot of people are going to tell you, do this, do that. You'll be making, $10,000 a month within no time. And the truth is, those guys have figured it out. And they may have a program, but you got to do the work. You got to learn. And that could take a lot of people 5 or 10 years. And they don't, the young guys that I work with don't want to hear that. They want to say, in 2 years, I'm going to be making $200,000 or even $100,000. And they never made more than 60 or 70. You're a long way away from $100,000 if you've never made more than 70. You're very far. That extra $30,000 a year, if you're in sales, that to make up that gap is not that easy. And you can go out and ask salespeople. I can guarantee you, a lot of you guys, if you're being honest with yourselves, you know what I'm talking about. It's not an easy game to play, but when you figure it out, it becomes easy. So I always talk about pushing a snowball up the hill. And what's going to improve that is the training that you do. The training, not just in your technique, not just in skill, but mindset training. And so mindset training comes in a couple different ways. It could be reading that you do, it could be audio, it could be video, it could be being around certain mentors. They motivate you, inspire you, get you excited about what you're doing. And it's definitely going to be a combination. It's not going to be just one thing. People love to ask me, what is the key to success? What is the one thing that may help you become successful? That is the stupidest question ever. When people say there's no stupid questions, there's a lot of stupid questions. That's a stupid question. There's never one thing that makes somebody successful. It's always a combination of things. So I want you to remember that. It's a combination of things. And if it's a combination of things, that means that you probably don't know all the things. So it's going to require training, reading, studying, talking to people that have done it before. And at the end of the day, the only way you'll get the results is if you deserve to get the results. Tai Lopez always talks about that. I love when he says that. He says, if you want to have something, you need to deserve to have whatever that is. And for a lot of young guys, myself included, they want something immediately. And, I wanted it immediately, but I wasn't going to give up. So I persisted and pushed. And finally, one day I woke up and said, this is getting easier. This is not as hard as it used to be. And then another day I woke up and it was like, oh, this is the way to do it. It becomes more and more fun. So that's what my goal would be, to help you guys, is to get it to the point where it's fun and where you want to go in and do it. You want to go make the calls. You want to go talk to your customers. You got opportunities left and right, and you're not seeing them. And you're not seeing them because you're not skilled up, you're not trained up, and your attitude's not right. And that's the same for everybody. So if that's you, you're not alone. I have the problem, you have the problem, pretty much everybody has the problem. It's just to different levels. How much do you let something in your outside life affect your business? I know for me, when I would have problems in my personal life, I would literally shut down. My business would come to a screeching halt. And, I might go on a binge, and it got pretty messy. So how do you, now when something goes wrong, I take a step back and I don't let one part of my life fuck up the rest of it. Pardon my French. And that's what happens to people, and that's what you got to be careful for. Do not let everything else in your outside life affect the actions that you take at work. You need to push forward no matter what. I don't really feel that good today. I'm here at the office anyways. You can hear from the sound of my voice that I got something going on, something, I'm not 100% full strength, but I'm still shooting a video. I'm still going to go into the office. I'm still going to crank out some deals, and I'm going to set something up in my pipeline for the next week and the next month and the next year. So that's what I would push you guys to do, is continue to get better at what you do, continue to train, continue to focus on learning, and that's where the big payoff is going to come. It's not going to come right away though. Remember, it might take you 5 years, it might take you 10 years, it probably will take you 10 or 15 years if you're in sales to really hit that high level of success. I don't even think Grant Cardone started selling cars, and within 3 years he was, doing amazing. He even talks about back in his early days what it took him to have success and how much effort he had to put in, how many hours he put in. So it's either you put in more hours or you get better at it. The choice is yours. I would rather get better at what I do. I don't want to put in more hours. Fuck that. I want to spend time with my wife and my kids. I don't want to work more like my dad did. My dad worked, and I give him all the credit in the world for our family. He worked night and day for multiple decades, 4 decades, 40, 50 years. He put his sweat in to be able to create this sort of lifestyle. Luckily, I was able to come in here and kind of pour fuel on the fire, is the way I like to look at it. If you can come into any company, it wouldn't matter if I was somebody else, a random person off the street corner. If you can come in like I did and pour gasoline on the fire, in other words, bring in sales, bring in volume that nobody else can bring in, high volume, big deals, opportunities that other people just don't see or are afraid to go after. I go after those deals because I believe in myself. I believe in my company. I believe in what the marketplace can support. I believe in my family. I want the best for my kids. So I'm going to go after it, and I hope you guys do too. So leave that with you. Give me a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you're new here. All I would ask, there's no fee. I don't have any ads. Obviously, I'm not selling any products. All I would ask is that you share this with any of your friends, family, especially people that are in sales, business people. Put this out there. Love to connect with you guys. All right, see you guys soon.